Where did you immigrate from?
I immigrated from Hong Kong in 1967 together with my husband David.
How old were you when you immigrated from Hong Kong?
We are both in our 20s when we left Hong Kong.
So what were some of the reasons for leaving Hong Kong?
Hong Kong is a small place, and then it's hard to find jobs, and the living standard is not that great, so we decided to leave Hong Kong.
So what would you miss from Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, I lived there for over 20 years. It's almost like my hometown. So there are many good things, good memory, such as the people there that we have been making friends with. But I have no longer have a relative there, so I can just come to Canada.
So what were some of the reasons you decided to go to Canada over a different country?
At that time, a lot of people, they also immigrated to Canada. So we heard that it's a wonderful, big country, a very good system. And at that time, it was easy to find job. This is why my husband and I, we both came here.
When you immigrated to Canada, there must have been some problems or barriers that you faced while immigrating. What were some of these problems?
At the beginning, of course, it's a new country to us. We don't know how to go everywhere. Eventually, we have to figure out, and also the culture is slightly different from what we had before. So we have to get adapted to and accustomed to. And also at the beginning, this is a cold country. We have to gradually get used to the weather here too. But overall, now up till today, we are happy that we did the right choice, because ever since we came to Canada, now we set up our family, we have children, and then we also have grandchildren now. So I'm really thankful to what we did.
Now that you have met my Pawpaw and watched me interview her, let's identify some of her push factors and pull factors. Most of her reasons for leaving were things many people in Hong Kong experienced. She mentioned it was hard to find jobs. In the same decade or so, the unemployment rate reached 9.1%, and the jobs that were available were low-paying and very labor-intensive. In short, the jobs in Hong Kong were pretty bad. These long hours and poor wages that their jobs gave them were greatly affecting the living standards there, as Pawpaw mentioned. With the added fact that she had none of her relatives living in Hong Kong, the push factors were clear, so she decided to leave Hong Kong in search of a new life. Now let's discuss some of the pull factors for coming to Canada. Canada, danger, I can't say that word.
Do you mean Canada?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Thanks, mate. Anyways, my Pawpaw mentioned how jobs were easier to find for her, and having a job meant she had a good source of income. The unemployment rate in Canada was considerably lower than Hong Kong, making it a desirable place to immigrate to, and with the good rumors of Canada floating around, she had set her mind on Canada. Now let's identify her barriers when immigrating to Canada. When Pawpaw got here, some of her problems included the new culture that she had to adapt to, new climate, which was much colder than she was used to, not to mention learning English more gooder, and navigating this new turf. But overall she does not regret immigrating, and she is glad that she did. Thanks for watching Scrubs. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Christian Mingle for hot sauce, harmonica, fedora flipping tutorials.